Hi guys, it is Margaret and Sam, and this time instead of horror stories, we're going to be talking about stupid things that we do for cosplay. None of which are recommended. We're not saying that these are like stupid things that like aren't really that big of a deal. No, these are stupid. Don't do them.
And a lot of people do them.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of them are, like, I would say even more common than others, but I would say most of these are, a lot of cosplayers are guilty of, but don't do them. Learn. Be smarter. Be better.
Don't be us. Yeah, so the first thing that is so stupid, but looks so good, that we do for cosplay is wearing heels.
Or just bad shoe choices in general.
Or unbroken in shoes.
Always unbroken in shoes.
So, some of you might not know what it's like to wear high heels for, I don't know, like 12 hours at a con, where you're constantly walking around and just over and over and over, just complete destruction to your feet.
And especially when you have to go outside and your heels get stuck in the grass.
Oh yeah. It's great. It's wonderful. Yeah. Perfect. Amazing. Truly impeccable. But yeah, I spoke about my Convis cosplay in a previous video. But basically I had 2.5 foot tall horns and 7-inch platform heels. Guys, I wore those heels almost all day at the convention, like from morning until night. And I did bring flats with me to switch out when like my feet hurt too much.
But did she use them often?
No. And
because they didn't look as good. She looked like a hottie with the tall ass heels.
And honestly, when your feet are already hurting that bad, yeah, it's nice to switch out into like flats every so often, but it's not gonna take away the damage that's already been done. No. So I got home after the convention, you know, chilling around, and I notice that I can't feel my, like the inside portion of my big toe at all. And it was completely numb for like 2 months. Oh. And, you know, I was like, oh my God, you know what? I think I need to probably see a doctor because this is kind of bad. Like it was like some kind of like weird nerve damage from wearing the heels for too long.
Yeah, and all like the pressure from like all your body weight being pushed down throughout the day.
It was bad, and like luckily it resolved itself after a while. I made like a mental note, like, you know, if this doesn't resolve in like a week, I'm gonna have to make an appointment, and it ended up resolving and it was fine. But like very stupid choice on my part. Completely stupid. And she's got another heel story that is actually worse.
Yes. So I am dumb, and I had not
really.
Did I ask?
We've been new.
So I do a magical girl May costume from the video game Overwatch. It's like an original design, but it's so cute. But she has white pointy toe heels, and they fit fine, but they're certainly not the best fit in the world in the first place, because I got them at Salvation Army, or just like at their store in general, I don't even know. But I wore these heels multiple times for this character because they were already done and they worked. But every time I wear them pretty much, my toes bleed, because my nails start to dig, like push back essentially into my foot as I'm walking. And
it's so gross.
And I have to wear tights for this costume, so the edge of the one foot's tight is just all like faded pink with blood. It's pretty bad.
And this has happened more than once.
Yes,
she still chooses to do it to herself.
I have to get new shoes though, because the shoes have broken. Like, the seam has ripped apart. I used them so much.
So yeah, don't be stupid. Wear comfortable shoes if you can.
Break them in before you wear them to the con.
And try not to wear heels for too long because you might hurt yourself.
Or alternatively, be careful with the types of flats, depending on like what your character is. I cosplay Aladdin from Magi, and he has no shoes, but you have to wear shoes at most conventions. So the first couple times I did him, I wore flip-flops. I personally, my feet do not handle flip-flops very well, and so my feet would cramp up, and I had really bad blisters in between my toes where the little piece that goes between your toes was. I don't know what that's called because I don't wear flip-flops.
That sounds so horrendous.
It was really gross. So if you are choosing flats, make sure you also choose flats that are comfortable for long time periods and a lot of walking.
Yeah. So the next stupid thing that we do, large cosplays, like stupid large cosplays, or stupid large props.
That's
stupid heavy props.
Yeah.
They look so cool. It looks amazing. But the physical torment that it places on your body, it's unreal. Like, you go home and you feel like you've been hit by a truck.
Yeah. Like, I work out, and I have never felt as sore from a workout as I do after con weekends.
But yeah, so going off of these stupid large cosplays, again, bringing up my Condas cosplay because that is probably my largest one because it is incredibly tall. I
almost impaled someone.
Oh yeah, I almost impaled someone with my giant trident when I was turning around. Horrible. Actually, like, I'm the worst person ever. I didn't see them. Anyway, because that costume is so tall, I get like PTSD from ceilings and low-hanging signs. Like for the entire weekend of the con, even when I'm not in that outfit, it just, I see like a low sign and I'm always like, oh, ducking, and it's like, wait, no, I'm just in a casual costume right now. Why am I doing that? And a kind of funny thing about it is one time I needed to go to the bathroom, but like the ceilings were really low. So instead of, you know, being normal and just like putting my head down and holding the horns, because like I didn't think about doing that. Instead of doing that, I crawled on my knees into the bathroom on the dirty ass floor.
In a morph suit. A lycra morph suit.
It was disgusting and I don't recommend it. So, yeah, if you don't want to deal with the shit that comes with large props and costumes, don't do it, because sometimes it's kind of regretful because shit gets heavy.
Also, if you want the best arm workout of your life, big props are for you, my friend. Because I made the mistake, it wasn't even a big con is the dumbest thing, is I wore my Death the Kid cosplay, and I have his first resonance form, which are death cannons. So it is from about here on my elbow to about this far off of my arms, these giant cannons made out of cardboard tubing and just tons and tons of cardboard. They got very heavy after a while, but you know, it's just one day. Who cares? The next day, I decided to wear my helmsman cosplay, I do believe, and for poses, he has his hands above his head. So my arms were already sore, and then keeping them above my head, like for long term, like when a lot of people would come and like ask for pictures and stuff, that got tiring. And then my last day, I wore my Eridan cosplay from Homestuck, and I have his Ahab's crosshair.
All made from wood.
Yes, it is like a 90% wood build. And yeah, it goes on your shoulder during pictures, but every other time you're holding it with your hand. And my arms were noodles for the next 2 days. Like, absolutely useless.
You look good though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a
When,
lot.
Yeah, decide when you're going to wear your big costumes. Maybe don't do them every day. We've learned some, not a lot, but we've learned some in our old age. We don't usually do our big stuff on Sundays.
Another stupid thing that we constantly do when it comes to cosplay and conventions is we stay up really late all the time. We've gotten a little bit better about it because
In our old age.
we've been going to cons for so long, we get tired now. But we just choose to stay up
Yeah.
until like 5 in the morning or like stupid late hours when we need to be up by like 10 in costume the next day. And so we're running on like no sleep after staying up until the wee hours of the morning playing in the arcade.
Yeah, the
Like-
worst time was when we couldn't sleep. Like, we had tried, but we just couldn't.
Oh, we were so excited for the con. We're like laying in bed and we're like, I kind of want to go play games. And we're just like, yeah, me too.
And we're the only two in our room that were awake, so we like snuck out and got like, we had our kigurumis on and we just went back to the game room and we're like, we'll play a little bit and then we'll go back up like when we kind of get tired. 5 a.m. rolls around, we're like, oh, we need to go to bed. I had an 8 a.m. photo shoot scheduled for the next morning. I got like an hour and a half of sleep because I had to get into, it wasn't even a costume, it was a fashion shoot. So I had to get into like full makeup, get my wig and my outfit put together, get down to the location, and then I had to come back up and change into an actual costume and proceed to spend the rest of my day out on the con floor.
Yeah, and not to mention, staying up super late all the time for conventions takes a toll on your body as well.
Yes.
So,
Especially,
chances are you might get pretty fucking sick after the con
Yeah.
if you're not sleeping properly.
and especially in conjunction with not eating well and not drinking enough water.
Speaking of not eating well, that leads us to our next stupid point.
Yes. Which is
Just not
eating.
Or forgetting to eat, which
Yeah.
is the same thing. But, you know, sometimes you're like, I'm gonna intentionally not eat because I don't want to be bloated for like a shoot or something.
Or like someone, I won't mention names, are really messy. And you're like, ooh, I know I'm really messy, so I'm not gonna eat because this
I'm
is
wearing
a
a delicate cosplay, and if I can't wash this.
yeah. So depending on like the circumstance, like yes, sometimes it's understandable, but like maybe have some granola bars
A bagel, something.
yeah.
Y'all need to eat, and it's so easy when you're at a con to forget. Like
Yeah.
you're all like up in the crazy fun times. Like you're too excited.
You're running between
Not
photo
thinking.
shoots, you're running maybe between panels if you run or go to panels a lot. You know, you're meeting up with friends and stuff like that.
Yeah. And also like when you don't eat, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely get fucking hangry. I get so pissed.
She's a massive bitch.
Oh my god.
I love
Like,
her, but like,
I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, we'll be at each other's throats because we didn't eat. And then, like, we'll be like, we need to eat. And then
Yeah,
we'll go eat. And we're like, okay, I'm fine now. And then we're like, la-di-da-di-da, like, all happy again. And it's like, were you just, like, planning on killing each other, like, 2 minutes ago?
it's like, yeah, but that was like a minute ago. We got some food and now we're okay.
Yeah, so...
And if you're like not careful as well, you'll dehydrate because a lot of times I am someone who personally I don't drink any pop because I don't like carbonation. So for me, dehydration at cons isn't the biggest problem. I always keep a water bottle on me in my drawstring bag. But sometimes I am guilty of, with going back to the super big props thing, I don't have use of my hands a lot. So sometimes I bring water, but I can never drink it when I'm on the con floor. So I'll chug water before and after the con, but have none during the day. But a lot of other people are like, they're running on like Monster Energy or alcohol or pop, and it's like, there's a time and a place, but drink some H2O. Your body needs that. You're abusing it enough.
The next stupid thing that we do for cosplay is not working on our cosplays when we're supposed to, and then it's 2 weeks before the con and we've done jack shit for so long and we just need to con crunch. Con crunching is such a stupid thing to do.
Yes.
I do it all the time.
I do it all the time too. And like, we'll have a whole video about like the real reasons like not to and stuff like that later. Will I probably continue to con crunch sometimes? Yes. Do I regret doing it every single time?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Completely.
So,
like, you think it's gonna be fine. You think it's gonna be all dandy, and then like it's happening and you're working on sewing 3 days straight before the convention and you're getting nowhere and you're just regretting all your life choices.
and it also like, then you forget to eat and drink in your own home because you're like, I don't have time. I need to sew this. I need to make this prop. I need to go paint something.
And you're already setting yourself up for a bad weekend and getting sick, and it's great.
Yep.
It's great.
And it's like, I know a lot of like, I feel like people in like the younger side of cosplay, I feel like a lot of people seem to think it's like, ooh, I con crunch this out in like 3 days. It's like, nice. Do you hate your life now? Because I bet you do. So, like, yeah, it's impressive if you can get something done in 3 days.
But is it worth it?
It's not. I'll tell you right now, it's not. Our last thing is wearing seasonably inappropriate costumes.
AKA summer cosplays in the winter or winter cosplays in the summer. So basically a revealing, like really revealing costume or one that is really light fabric, something like that. Choosing to wear that in the winter when you know that you're going to be outside and it's freezing and snowing and it's just not a good idea. We chose to wear Alibaba Alibaba's Ginny Quip and Aladdin from Magi to Youmacon, which is
November in Michigan.
And we have to take the People Mover to get from one convention center to the next. AKA, we're basically wearing nothing and we're suffering in the cold.
Or vice versa, my Death the Kid cosplay is black boots, black dress pants, a long sleeve dress shirt,
A binder,
a tie, and a black blazer. Plus my arm cannon props, so there's no breathing coming off through the bottoms of the sleeves, and a black wig. I wore that to Colossal Con in June in Ohio.
So basically, she was on fire the entire time. It's such an easy thing to not do.
Yes.
Are we still gonna do it? Probably.
Absolutely.
But it's a stupid choice. whether you do it or not. It's
Yeah.
a stupid
So it's
choice.
like, we're not saying you can't do it,
Right. It's just
but
a dumb idea sometimes.
and consider how much you're willing to sacrifice. Yeah. Are you willing to sacrifice your mental sanity, your physical well-being? If yes, then go for it. Like, there's always people that will wear some of them. Like, I love wearing heels with my costumes. But if you are someone who wants to enjoy your life, like a lot of my friends, like, they know that they're not gonna have a good time if they wear heels. So even if the character maybe has taller heels, they'll get like a short 2-inch heel or something like that and sacrifice some cannon for some
Comfort.
yeah. So decide what you're into and play around maybe with what you're willing to tolerate from different cons. But be safe. You know, don't, especially with the eating, drinking, and sleeping.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
100%. That's, you come first, cosplay comes second.
Yes.
Well-being is always going to take precedence. Alright guys, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.